welcome to the Linux Shelter, episode 3. Let's get straight into the distros. First up is OpenELEC 5.0.6. If you don't know what OpenELEC is, it's a really good media center distro. I use it personally. I use it on my Raspberry Pi 2. Really good. Been using it for YouTube recently. You can just have all your media in one place, and it's great if you've got something like the Raspberry Pi, because it's tiny and you can just hook it up to a spare TV or monitor and use it as a media center. It's great. The recent changes they've made for 5.0.6 is they've changed from XBMC to Kodi, which is the new name for the XBMC project, and they've changed from XBMC 13 to Kodi 4.2. And they've also moved from OpenSSL to LibreSSL because of the Heartbleed problem. And as I said, I use it on my Raspberry Pi 2 because it's compatible with the Raspberry Pi 2, which is great. I used OpenELEC on the Raspberry Pi B, and it was kind of slow, kind of sluggish, kind of unresponsive. But this is great. It's really good. I'm so happy with it. Okay, next up, Oracle 7.1 with the unbreakable, unshakable, unfakeable kernel, and no ISOs yet. Hold on. I guess it's not for your average regular desktop user. It's enterprise OS, but you know, ISOs are good. ISOs are really handy to just use. And I cannot remember the name of the app. But yeah, UNet bootin. That's it. Yeah, you can use UNet bootin and just burn it to a USB key, plug it in. It's great. If a company provides ISOs like Oracle aren't with 7.1. It comes with the unbreakable 3.8.13 Linux kernel, which seems kind of old, and the Red Hat compatible 3.10.0 kernel, which also seems kind of old, seeing as I'm currently running 3.18, quite a few revisions behind. It comes with Docker support, and it also supports BetterFS, which I guess is kind of good, but it seems kind of old. Next up, there's LibreOffice 4.4.2 release candidate available, and I looked at the release notes and I didn't really understand a lot of the features. I use LibreOffice. It's a good Office package. It's a nice solid Office package, but I guess that these new features would make more sense if you're like a hardcore Office user. Okay, next up, Wine 1.7.39 has been released. It has 24 bug fixes, and there are 3 more platinum game ratings as of this new release, which is always good. And apparently it is easier to install it on Ubuntu, which is also good. I use Ubuntu some of the time because I need to have a virtual machine to do certain things on my new laptop, because it's a 64-bit laptop and UEFI hates me booting from a USB key, but Ubuntu's good. I use Ubuntu. It's fine. It gets it done. Okay, so now let's move into the Linux news. And SCO are back! Yay! We thought they died. We thought they died many times over. But they haven't. They're back! They claim that the original ruling of the lawsuit did not cover everything, so they are now suing IBM again. You see, when I started out in Linux, like 7 years ago, 7 years ago, all I heard was SCO. And SCO, if they won, it could be the end of Linux, it would be terrible, and then they died, and then they came back, and then they died again, and now they're back again. It's like, I understand there's companies like SCO that are just out there to make money, But, you know what? Let it go, guys. Seriously. How many times do you have to lose the same lawsuit to realise maybe we don't have a case? And the thing is, I get that they want money from IBM, but at the end of the day, they're a Linux company. Do you not? I mean, you're just scaring away new Linux users. You know? The whole SCO thing really pisses me off. And it's more because they are there, it seems as if they're there to scare away new Linux users. I don't know if that's their intention. That's how it comes across. And that irritates me. You know, because people sometimes maybe hear about SCO and, you know, okay, I'm going to stop talking about them now because they're pissing me off. I could do a whole show just about how much SCO irritates me. Okay, and Terry Pratchett is now immortal. I don't understand everything about this story. I know that they are putting in, there's people that are putting in server headers GNU Terry Pratchett, and I think that's cool. I really think that's cool. I'm not a big server guy, so I can't say that I understand everything about it, but you know, it's cool that there's a project, an open source Terry Pratchett project, and that's awesome. Okay, so now let's move on to the Android news. Heuer, I think that's how you say it, are going to make Google's first luxury watch. I have mixed opinions about this. I mean, I'm going to get into the Apple Watch later because that was released last week, and I'm trying to cover like the previous week's tech news. But and it's great that there's going to be a luxury Google Watch. You're going to get some rich guys buying that. But really, I mean, you know, if Heuer are making it, it's going to be expensive, and it's going to be stupid expensive. Which means that us mere mortals, we're not going to be able to buy it. And that's the upshot. You know, we're not going to be able to afford a Heuer. I mean, I don't know about you, I can't afford a Heuer regular watch. So I'm not going to be able to afford a Heuer smartwatch. Yeah. I want someone to make an affordable, phone-independent smartwatch. And if it uses Google, great. If it uses Android, great. If it uses iOS, no. I don't like iOS. I've tried to like iOS. My wife has an Apple, has an iPhone, and no. It's not intuitive. I'm leaving it at that because I had a big argument at Old Camp last year with someone about how unintuitive iOS is compared to Android, and no, it's not. Sorry. Okay, next up, moving away from arguments. Jide Ultra Remix tablet should cost $400. It is going to be available for $40 on their Kickstarter if you're willing to be a tester. I am definitely checking this out. As far as I understand, Jide is going to be made by a group of ex-Google employees, and it looks slick as all hell. And hell yeah, I'm going to have a tablet for $40 made by a bunch of ex-Google employees. Hell yeah. Why not? Who's not going to take up that? So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out on that. I think it's a great idea. I mean, it's great for users, and like I said, who doesn't want a $40 tablet? And it's great for the company. They're selling a tablet for $40. They're probably making a loss on that, but they're getting real world testers testing it out. That's a great idea. Okay, now on to the Windows news. Windows 7 and 8 non-genuine copies can be upgraded to Windows 10, but they will still not be legit. Where do I start? Okay. This is one of the things I don't get about Microsoft. That they are a massive company. They're a massive IT company. And apparently, they still don't get the internet. How is that possible? I mean, seriously, guys, how do you not understand the internet now? Oh, God. Okay, so if you've pirated Windows 7 or Windows 8, why would you not pirate Windows 10? And just because you're going to make it a free upgrade. Well, I'm going to get that from Microsoft then. I'm not going to bother downloading the hacked copy. Oh, Microsoft. Really? I don't know. I mean, I would understand if it had made it a legit copy. Then, I guess, because you're getting it from official sources, that to upgrade and still make it non-legit, why would people not use the cracked versions that we all know are available on BitTorrent? And we know they're out there. I'm guessing Microsoft knows they're out there. So why would you not just download one of those? And I know they're trying to stem the piracy problem, but really, I do not think that is a solution. I really don't think... No. Okay. Next up on Windows and Microsoft news. Microsoft are going to make the SafeBoot kill switch optional. However, if you're running Windows 10, it must be enabled. Now, I was talking earlier about UEFI and what a pain in the ass it is. And I cannot boot 32-bit OSs on my laptop. I have tried. I spent like a week trying to run a 32-bit OS on my 64-bit laptop, which I know sounds backwards, but it works for me. And I had a 64-bit non-UEFI laptop before this, and I could run a 32-bit OS on that. So, now I have UEFI, I have a choice to either nearly wreck my Windows install, and yes, I use Windows, I use it for games. I'm sorry, there are some games I play that are only available on Windows, and I dual boot Windows so that I can play certain games. I know that's going to upset some people in the Linux community, like the hardcore, you must only use Linux. There are some things that are on Windows only, and it doesn't work on mine, and the answer is not to not use it. I'm sorry. Windows has its place, it's good for playing games on. And yes, I know we have Steam on Linux, but that doesn't mean that every game on Steam is available for Linux. I'm sorry. But back to SafeBoot. If I disable SafeBoot, more than once I have screwed up my Windows install. Because that's user friendly. But on Windows 10, you will have to have SafeBoot enabled. And I believe with Windows 8 that it had to have a they had to have a option so that you could turn SafeBoot off. And with Windows 10, that doesn't have to be the case. They can leave out the kill switch. Which, why would you do that? I mean, what do they think? That they're not going to... They're going to kill Linux this way? Really? I mean, they tried that with UEFI. Didn't work. I'm running Ubuntu on this laptop now. And I guess when I upgrade my laptop, you know, in, what, 4 or 5 years' time, then my next laptop just won't have Windows. I mean, look at the advances we've got with Steam now. So many games on Steam are now coming out with simultaneous Windows and Linux releases. I can't see that changing. So I'll just buy a laptop that doesn't have Windows, and I'll have to lose some of my games, and that will be awful. But I'm not just going to not use Linux. Again, that's not an answer. That the solution is not use Linux. And it's very narrow-sighted of Microsoft to think that if they cut out Linux users, then Linux users will use Windows. No. I'll just find a way around it. The community will find a way around it. Like they did with UEFI in the first place. And I would guess possibly OpenBIOSes as well. Now there's an idea. If the Linux users started using OpenBIOSes. Right, next up on Microsoft Windows news. You can now have Windows Phone on your Android device. Yes. Actually, I believe it's Windows 10, not Windows Phone. It's a cut-down version of Windows 10, which you can run on your Android device. This is more of what I mean. That Microsoft are this huge, big company, huge, giant IT company, and apparently they don't understand a lot of things about IT. I use Android. My tablet is Android. My phone is Android. I have a box which I connect up to my TV to make it a smart TV. That is an Android dongle. My wife has a Android tablet. She uses an iPhone, but she's also got a Chromecast. So we use a lot of Android stuff and Google stuff in our house. So what, they think that I'm going to change to Windows 10? Why? Because I want to use Office and Cortana on a mobile? I want to use Office and Cortana on a tablet? Maybe. But there's Google Docs, and I'm not going to be using a tablet to do my day-to-day work. Really? Am I? No, I can't see that being a thing. I have a friend that has a Windows phone, and she hates it because people are, oh, have you seen this app? You should try it. Oh, I can't have it because it's not available for Windows Phone. And this is a regular, like, weekly occurrence. People have asked her, have you tried this app? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? And the answer is, I can't. I have a Windows Phone. Because their apps are small. The choice of apps are smaller on a Windows Phone. You know, you see these slick adverts with like, oh, I do everything on my Windows Phone. And it's like, yeah, but you... I don't see as much on adverts. You know, get it on the Play Store. Get it on the App Store. Get it on Amazon's App Store. I see that more than I see get it for Windows Phone. They're fighting a losing battle, as far as I'm concerned. You know, geez, look at Amazon's phone. That is a horrible, horrible thing. If a company that gets the internet and gets users, you know, the Kindle, great device. The Kindle Fire, decent tablet. The Fire phone sucked. I mean, Amazon understand the internet, and Amazon understand tablets and mobile devices, and they couldn't get a phone right. Why does Microsoft think they can? I mean, I remember having the Windows mobile phones, and they were god awful. Could not wait to get away from that when I bought one. Okay, so enough Microsoft stuff. Let's move on to the Apple news. And of course there was the Apple Watch release last week. Save me. So, what was it? $299, $399? Some around that for the basic one, and you still need an iPhone to use it. Don't see the point. What, so I can look at my wrist instead of taking my phone out of my pocket? Don't get it. Or, you know, I can dictate a text. I can do that anyway with my phone. Why is taking my phone out of my pocket such an effort? And you know, they have Apple Health Kit, but apparently taking a phone out of a pocket is too much effort, rather than going like that and looking like Dick Tracy. And yes, for all the Apple fanboys, I know it's more sensitive, I know it can be by your wrist, and that's not going to work. Not always, sorry, it isn't. I mean, if you're waiting for a train and you're standing and a train arrives, I think it's going to hear the train more than it hears you, just due to the fact that the train's going to be closer. So no, I don't understand the Apple Watch. I don't see the point in it. I think it's useless. I think it's going to be a status symbol for hipsters, and I think I've made it pretty clear how I feel about hipsters on this show. Okay, and there is also the Apple TV coming out, which apparently is going to get the first upgrade in 3 years. Wow. That is almost half the time I've been using Linux, and it's just getting an upgrade. Holy crap. Yeah, don't think I'll be getting one of those then. But apparently it may include Siri, because there is nothing like copying the Amazon Fire TV for innovation, and we know that all the hipsters and the Apple fanboys would go, oh look, oh there's innovative, yeah, you copy the Fire TV, which has been out for ages now, and it's very good. We have a Fire TV here. It's awesome. The voice recognition is scarily good. And just out today, the Apple Retina MacBook screens, apparently people are getting stains on them. Not those kind of stains, but apparently just general wear and tear from the keyboard on the screen, and people are taking these back. The laptop is under Apple warranty, under Apple Care, and Apple is sometimes saying no free repairs for you, which kind of sucks. I mean, I would expect my laptop to be repaired for free if it was under warranty, just because I was using it normally. I mean, these things they're expensive. They're like $1,500 or something, and I think those are the cheap ones. And Apple are going, no, we're not going to fix that for free for you, because reasons. Buy an iPod, an iPad. Who buys an iPod these days? Jesus. Okay, moving away from Apple now, and to the last section, the app of the week. Now, this is not a tablet or a phone app. It's a game that I've been playing a hell of a lot this week, and I'm sure a lot of people will know this. It is a Kerbal Space Program. I downloaded the demo, loved it, and I paid a couple of days ago. I paid for the full version, and it's awesome. It's amazing. I really like it. What can I say? I mean, if you don't know about it, it is, you build a rocket to go into space, and you can go to the moon, which I haven't done yet. Almost there, not quite. And you have to try and not kill these little green astronauts that fly your rocket. Well, you fly your rocket, but I guess they fly it. but it's amazing. The physics is certified by NASA. Some people are saying it's incredibly hard. I personally did not find it that hard. And I'm not bragging, this is just me. I was worried because there was a review that said your first hour will be yelling, "Why is it exploding all the time?" I broke all of it in 3 attempts. And my ships only started exploding because I was either being silly or because I was being too ambitious. To be honest, a bigger problem I have is not taking off. But it's an amazing game. I have spent so much time playing it, and I will probably play it after I finish making this video. It's a great game. I would suggest that you download the demo and that you play the demo, and because it's free on Steam, and I believe you can download it from the Kerbal Space Program website as well. You can get the demo for free there too, and they say that it will always be free. And to be honest, it's almost enough. I mean, one of my astronauts on the demo version is still currently orbiting the Sun, just from the momentum from his launch. Yes, but it's a great game. I recommend it to anybody that is interested in, I guess, flight simulators maybe? I don't know, I never played flight simulators much. But yeah, if you're interested in physics or rockets, or if you want a casual game that's a little bit taxing, this is great. And it's really, really, really good. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Yeah, it's fantastic. I suggest everybody plays it. Go do it now. Actually, this is the end of the show now, so and I should also mention why I've been away for a really long time, like 3 months. I had some personal problems, and I didn't feel like making videos. There was not an opportunity to make videos. Things came up that I don't really want to talk about, and yeah, so that's why. But now we're back, and we're going to make a video every week, and it's going to be Linuxy, tech, Windows, Apple, Android, everything stuff, everything geeky. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed making the video for the first time in 3 months. If you liked it, leave a comment down below. If you hated it, leave a comment down below. I don't care. Equal opportunities comment. Subscribe. That would be good. One person already subscribed, and that person is awesome. And I will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Bye.